So you can tell if the hill goes up, you know, we're shooting up this way.
So, where's this?
That's it.
Okay.
Look. Because it's such a thumbnail to begin with.
Oh, yeah, so it might not let you, unfortunately. Let's see.
So,
yeah, some of them don't let you zoom in.
I think, see, no, not that one. That, I think, is the hotel down there.
Yeah,
on the corner.
It could be.
It is.
Yeah.
It totally is.
So you want to go down there and shoot up?
Yeah.
The sun will be at our back, so it'll be
That'd be
easier
good.
to take better photos.
Yeah. But it'll be on that side of the street, though.
Okay, well, then let's cross.
Okay. So this sidewalk here has been renamed Black Hawk Walk. Because you see, that's Black Hawk Street there. And we're on the Thomas Street Bridge. And Black Hawk went all the way through this park, you know, a long time ago. And of course that's Spring Street. And then here is Mill Creek. And a lot of baptisms happened here, you know, from particularly the Second Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, all this wasn't grown up like it is now.
Right.
And you can't really see here, but there is a school. And you know, in 1900, it became the Mary McLeod Bethune School. But when it was first sold, that property was first sold to the Weston Board of Education, I think it was 1868. The German Methodist Church owned it. And before it was sold to the Board of Education, it was the Union headquarters, because they occupied Weston because of all the mayhem from the bushwhackers. So, by the way, your great-great-great-great-grandmother owned this property here, and it's sort of like a two-level yard, if you will. It has steps going down, and then, of course, there's a creek. And her name was Maria Dayton Vaughn, and she owned this property here, and she bought it in 1876 from a couple who sold it to her, but there was something wrong with it, and I can't quite pinpoint what that was, but she sued them. It's called a martial deed or martial lawsuit, and she won.
Nice.
Yeah, she won. So she anyway, but she won that money and then bought that house there. Now come over here. See this house, this white brick?
Oh yeah.
She bought that one afterwards, and and that's Black Hawk Street. Okay, so she bought that house, and right next door to it was the Second Missionary Baptist Church. Which, by the way, your other great-great-great-great-grandmother, Dinah Robinson, bought this alley for the church for free and easy and safe access to Mill Creek, where they did a lot of social activities and baptisms and things. Yeah, so this is the alley that Dinah Robinson purchased for the Missionary Baptist Church, sometimes called the Colored Baptist Church or the Second Baptist Church, because the first one, of course, is the White Baptist Church.
Right.
But anyway, this church was established in 1865, right after emancipation. And then they pulled their resources together, and in 2 years raised $650 to build their building. And the building was built over there on Black Hawk for $650. And it's an A-frame, and it still stands now, and it's actually a residence. That's how well they built it. So anyway, so she bought this alley, and Mariah's property was here. This is not the house that Mariah lived in, but this is the property. And so you would go through this alley, and this alley provided safe passage for the Black community to come and go without being accosted, because it was getting pretty bad where people had to step off the sidewalk. You know, when white citizens came by or the white townsfolk came by. So the kids could play here. And by the way, this is where the Union officers set up camp, in this alley. And in that building, which was the German Methodist Church back in 1848, I believe. Anyway, they abandoned it during the Civil War, and the Union soldiers took it over to use as their headquarters, because Mill Creek is back right behind it, fresh water, and they would set up their cooking stoves here, or what do you call it, the campsite type stove. So it was a really good area for them to, the kids coming out of the school and playing, and Mariah and Dinah right up here. It just must have been really very nice and very cozy. So yeah. But of course now it's a residence.
Right.
Yeah. I love this place.
So what really got you into this?
Well, I was finding out this information about our ancestors, but it was so scant and so few that I wanted to try to recreate their lives. And it was just about that first. And then I thought I wanted to recreate their community and the types of things that they did. How did they make their living? And we know where they went to church and school, and their children involved, and what did they do for fun? How did they make their livings? And why would they need a merchant's license for wagons and horses or mules if they didn't have anything to sell or move? I mean, it's one thing to have a wagon for your family to go have a picnic or whatever, but to have an actual merchant license, they even had to license their dogs. I mean, all the people here did.
Right.
Yeah. So, and there's a lot of it seems to be a lot of dog stories. In fact, Sonny Vaughn was bitten by a dog and it made the paper.
Wow.
So what's the story behind that? Why did it make the paper?
Slow news day. Maybe it's like a dog of ill repute. or
A dog with a history.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Or maybe the dog belonged to somebody who
had it out for him or something.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to know more, and I want to add meat to the bones of what I do know, that factual information that I do know.
Certainly.
Yeah. So you can help me with that.
Oh, I'd love to.
Well, I'd love to have your help.
Cool.
And so you can see here these old buildings. And I'm going to say, since we can see the river, I'm going to estimate that this was at least before 1880, because the river changed courses in 1881. So, and look, there's no street lights here. The street is still mud or soil.
A lot of the buildings are the same, and then, except for there's a
Yeah,
building here.
that's an alley.
Building that wasn't there, I guess, in the past, that's here now.
And as I understand it, sometimes when buildings had this alley walkway through, people would buy that alley and use the sidewalls as the side of their building. They'd put a roof on it and a back and a front storefront. Voila, they had their own business there. So look at all the dogs hanging out on the sidewalk and in the middle of the street even.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Now this place right here, we could actually go and have lunch. I mean, well, how about dinner?
That sounds
Let's
good.
go have dinner. They're still open. Yeah, I think we can go have dinner at the Tin Kitchen, which I'm going to say is about right there.
That's what I'm thinking. Is that
Yeah.
is that white building?
Yeah, the white building with the...
Well, it's white now.
It-
Anyway.
yeah, it's white now. But it's called the Tin Kitchen. And because the current family that bought this building, when they went upstairs, it was loaded with tin squares from the, they made tin ceilings there.
Mhm.
And they had all these tin pieces. And so they named it Tin Kitchen. And when we go in there, you'll see the tin ceilings. So let's go have dinner.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, let's go. Right. Uh-huh. So you know who's the orange one?
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Being recorded? Yes. Okay. Doing a history thing.
Weston is for you, Weston is for me. History tells us that we have a story that began in hardship. Now we live in unity. Weston belongs to you and me. Weston is for